We're kicking off Raw with our world champion, Jey Uso. If you missed SmackDown, The Rock, the High Chief, said he wanted Jimmy to show up on Raw this week, hand him the WWE World Heavyweight title, and acknowledge him as his High Chief. Jimmy says his days of acknowledging anyone are over. And if The Rock really wants to get his hands on that WWE World title, then he needs to try to come and pry it out of his hands. Somehow I get the feeling that the High Chief is not going to like what he just heard. Our first in-ring action of the night is going to be an Intercontinental Championship Open Challenge. Seth Freakin Rollins, who survived a challenge last week on SmackDown against Damian Priest. And Priest coming out here and looks like maybe he's going to try to accept the challenge here, but shoves the referee. And the referee is called for the bell. And this match will not take place. Can't put your hands on the ref, Damian, as he has called this one off. But I think that I don't really think that Damian Priest cares too much that this match is not going to happen. I think he has got it in his mind to do as much damage to Seth Rollins as he can. Rollins needing some help getting up there in the corner, and Priest just not letting up. You know, we've praised Seth Rollins for being a fighting champion. But what can he do in this situation? He was caught blindsided, caught off guard. Big clothesline from Priest. Now again, driving Rollins into the mat. Razor's edge as he drives Rollins into the mat. All right, we'll try this again. Our next match, or first match, is going to be Bayley going one-on-one with Chelsea Green. Hopefully this one will actually take place in the ring. Looks like we are going to be safe here. No outside interference to start this one off. And Chelsea with a knee to the face. And now stomping on the hands of Bayley. Bayley, though, able to turn the tide. Now working on that left arm of Chelsea. But Chelsea working her way out and delivering some punches to the role model. Kick to the midsection. Now these two trading blows back and forth. Just teeing off on each other. Bayley rolls into a pin. Now goes up top. Elbow drop off the top rope. Chelsea in some trouble here. Hooks the leg. And that is going to do it. Bayley, your winner this week on Raw. You can tell by looking at her face. She has been through a war here tonight. But she does walk away victorious. Next, we've got tag team action. Nathan Frazier and Fraxium They will be taking on the team of Julius and Brutus. The Creed brothers, they will not be accompanied by their coach, Kurt Angle, this week. Kurt is out scouting some potential new additions to Team Angle. And so Brutus and Julius going at it alone here. And right off the bat, Axiom. I think this is where, if Axiom and Frazier want to have a shot here, it's got to be their speed and the element of surprise. And we've already seen that from the start of this one. Because if this turns into a wrestling match, a mat match, oh, double super kicks. And that's definitely an advantage for the Creeds. Axiom not paying attention, trying to get the crowd pumped up as Brutus makes the tag. And Julius delivers a forearm. Big splash off the top rope, hooks the leg, but Frazier able to come in and stop the count. Now Axiom gets sent into the Creed's corner. Tag made, back in comes Brutus. He misses. Now Axiom delivering some shots to Brutus Creed. Now making the wise decision to tag in his partner. Get the fresh man in there, and now continues, but again, now Frazier not paying attention, which allows Brutus to tag in his brother. Another cover. This time Axiom able to break it up and stop the count. Now the shoulder straps coming down. Julius means business. And when he delivers that clothesline, that usually means that's it. 1, 2, and 3. The Creeds pick up the win. And here come the tag champs, the team that they attacked last week. Hold on. I'm hearing we've got a camera in the back. There's something going on backstage. That's Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. And they are beating the hell out of Jey Uso. We have not seen either of these two since before Fall Brawl. They were both attacked separately backstage. We never saw who attacked them. We just found them backstage unconscious. We assumed it was either Jimmy or The Rock, as they were kind of picking off members of the Bloodline one by one, or so we thought. So the question is, are these two here doing The Rock's dirty work, which I have to assume they are, or do they now see that The Rock is the High Chief of the Bloodline, and they're trying to get his attention by attacking Jimmy in this way? We did hear The Rock say that he sent his warriors to infiltrate the Bloodline. And if we think back to the last 6 months or so, outside of the original Bloodline members, Roman, Jimmy, Jey, Solo, we saw leading up to WrestleMania Tama Tonga and Tongaloa basically come in to take the place of Jimmy and Jey when Roman kicked them out of the bloodline. And then not long after that, we saw Jacob Fatu come in and join the bloodline. So are these two guys part of Rock's Warriors? Is Jacob part of that? We don't know. We don't know anything. But how much, I mean, when's enough enough? Come on, guys. Tama Tonga with the chair. This is absolutely disgusting. Welcome to Nitro. We're kicking off the night with the WCW World Heavyweight Champion Cody Rhodes. And no doubt, Cody going to be responding to what we heard from AJ Styles last week. Cody says he's one of those people that likes to deal with things face to face. So if AJ's got a problem with him, why doesn't he come out to the ring right now? He says maybe AJ just likes to bitch and complain and not have somebody respond. Well, here comes the phenomenal one. AJ says he goes and does what he wants when he wants. And he's not on Cody's time, he's on his time. Cody says, if you want a shot at me and the WCW World title, name the time and the place. And AJ says, Halloween Havoc, Stardust. Damn. We know that Stardust is a very touchy subject when it comes to the American Nightmare. It looks like AJ's going to get his shot at Cody in just a couple weeks at Halloween Havoc. Next, we've got Bianca Belair taking on Sonya Deville. Both of these ladies, former women's Money in the Bank briefcase holders. Sonya, our very first Miss Money in the Bank. And to date, the only woman to hold the Money in the Bank briefcase and successfully cash it in. She cashed it in year one against Charlotte Flair to become the WCW Women's Champion. Bianca, our most recent Money in the Bank briefcase holder. We saw just recently she cashed in at SummerSlam, but did it in kind of an unconventional way. She announced the week before SummerSlam that she would be cashing in at SummerSlam. And in the end, that did not prove to be a very wise strategy, as Raquel was able to retain the championship that night at SummerSlam. Now the EST back to square one. Sonya sends her into the ring post. And Bianca gets in just in the nick of time, beats the count of 10. And now with some clotheslines to Sonya. Sonya fighting her way out. Deville with the cover. Only a 2, so close. Bianca moving out of the way. KOD connects. Covers Sonya. And that is gonna do it. Bianca Belair picking up the win this week against Sonya Deville. after having their match last week stolen by the Dudleys, Pretty Deadly asked for another shot and a match this week. They will be taking on Otis and a debuting tag partner this week here on Nitro. Who's it gonna be? Akira Tozawa. Now, back when Chad Gable and Otis were Alpha Academy, we'd heard that Tozawa, trying to work his way up to the universe, was a junior member of the Alpha Academy. And now that we are a few months removed from Chad Gable abandoning Otis, joining up with Kurt Angle and Team Angle, I guess Otis, over the last few months, putting the finishing touches on getting Tozawa ready, and here he is making his debut here in WCW for the Open Mic Universe. Double team work here by Wilson and Prince. But Otis able to fight his way out. Makes the tag, and now we're going to see the in-ring debut of Akira Tozawa. Remember, Alpha Academy, back when it was Gable and Otis, they did have a run as WCW Tag Champions. Maybe now that Otis has a partner that he can rely on and trust, these two may be setting their sights on tag team gold here in the near future. So far, Tozawa looking pretty good. Makes the tag. In comes Otis again. Oh, big mistake. You're not going to lift up Big Otis. Pop-up power bomb. Hooks the leg. This might be it. And Alpha Academy with the win. Otis with a new tag team partner. And they have a great showing here this week. Welcome to the Open Mic Universe, Akira Tozawa. Up next, we're going to see a matchup between two guys that did not have great nights at Fall Brawl. Both on the losing end in their respective matches, and both are looking for a chance to rebound this week. Rey Mysterio, Despicable Ray, losing to Jey Uso. Ilya Dragunov in a last man standing match was defeated by Carlito. Really looked like Dragunov was going to get the win. Carlito was... the count was at 9. And Dragunov would basically kick Carlito, which would stop the count. Carlito would then deliver a low blow to the Mad Dragon, hit a backstabber, and get the 10 count. But after the months of dealing with Legado del Fantasma, that rage, that hatred that was built up inside Ilya Dragunov ended up being his downfall on that night. If he could find a way to get a victory against the former multiple-time WCW World Champion, Could be a great pivot point in momentum for him. Here tonight, though, dealing with the LWO. Kind of similar scenario to what he was dealing with Legado del Fantasma. The numbers game, they always have somebody on the outside that is looking to bend the rules. Try to help out any way they can. Frog splash off the top rope. Dom thinks it's over. Rey Mysterio with the win. Didn't come easy, though, as the Mad Dragon put up a hell of a fight. But here tonight, Despicable Rey getting the win for the LWO. Now it's main event time, and we are going to see the WCW Women's Champion Raquel Rodriguez. She'll be taking on Alexa Bliss. Raquel does have a title defense coming up at Halloween Havoc against Lyra Valkyria. Last week we saw Raquel come out and basically say she has mowed through all the competition. There's really nothing left for her to prove. She should be in the next class of the Hall of Fame. It's pretty much over. Then Lyra came out. Lyra, a recent addition to WCW, recent addition to the universe. She actually had a match a few weeks back. And while Raquel did get the victory, Lyra pushed her to the limit and almost came away with a huge upset victory. She kind of took exception to what Raquel was saying. She wanted a match against the champ. The champ said no way, but then Raquel would use her microphone while Lyra wasn't paying attention, hit her upside the head, and then a vicious attack would ensue. Raquel with the cover. Only a 2. Tejana Bomb again with another cover, and this might be it. And it is Raquel coming away with the win here in our main event. Wait, that's Lyra's music. And through the crowd, here comes Lyra Valkyria. She jumps Raquel, looking to get a little bit of payback by stealing a page out of the LWO playbook. Hey guys, welcome in to Thunder. We're going to kick things off with the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Former 3-time WCW Women's Champion. Here tonight, she will be taking on Michin. Now, kind of a weird time for Michin. The OC, kind of not a thing anymore. We saw Gallows and Anderson. Their contracts were not renewed. They made their last appearance at Fall Brawl. AJ, because of that, we've seen he's kind of gone off the rails in a sense. Kind of paid off for him, though. He does have a shot at Cody Rhodes and the WCW World Title next week at Halloween Havoc. But where does that leave Michin? Maybe now that the OC is no more, she can kind of focus more on herself. The WCW Women's Championship. So far in this one, we've seen a pretty good showing out of her. Right now, not in a great spot in the figure 8. Charlotte now going up to the top rope. But now that there's not club business, there's not OC business. Woo, good move there. Michin moves out of the way. This really opens up a great opportunity for her. For maybe the first time since the beginning of our universe, Michin's top focus can be Michin. Because if you really look back at the history of the OC, AJ, former multiple-time world champion. Gallows and Anderson, multiple-time tag champions. Tonight may not have gone her way as Charlotte gets the win, but Michin, definitely somebody to keep your eye on when it comes to the women's division.
Making his way to the ring from Sydney, Australia.
Up next, we're going to see Grayson Waller taking on Montez Ford. We saw Ford's tag partner Angelo Dawkins in singles action last week. Didn't go too well for him, though, as Big Bronson Reed kind of had his way with Dawkins. But now, Montez Ford with an opportunity to kind of showcase his talents in a singles match. Good block there from Waller. But we've actually seen Ford, when he's gotten these opportunities to compete in singles action, we've seen him take advantage of it and make the most of it. So it's going to be interesting to see. He's in there with a former WCW television champion. And again, Profits definitely locked in on the tag division. Big splash there coming off the top rope, hooks the leg. And Montez Ford picks up the win. We do have some singles titles here in WCW. Maybe Montez Ford may start looking in that direction as well.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the
We got tag team action coming at you next.
620 pounds.
AOP, they will be taking on the WCW Tag Team Champions, the New Day, in a non-title match. New Day making their way out to the ring, and there are the Dudleys, Bubba Ray and Devon. They have made it well known that they would like a shot at the New Day and their WCW Tag Team titles. The Dudleys kind of taking exception with the New Day and the Motor City Machine Guns match at Fall Brawl. It was a TLC match, a match that Bubba and Devon were two of the innovators of the TLC tag match. The way Kofi's looking in this one, he and Woods may have been wise to not want to proceed here. They are in there with one of the more dangerous teams on either roster. Woods comes in and stops the count. This has been all Kofi, too, for the New Day. We have not seen, other than Woods coming in to stop the count. AOP not allowing Kofi to even get to his side of the ring to make a tag. And that's going to be it. AOP.
Here are your winners.
You could say with a little help from the Dudleys, but very dominant performance against the WCW Tag Team Champions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring
We got Obafemi coming out now. He will be taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. Femi, who had a little bit of success on the WWE side of the universe. He is a former one-time WWE United States champion. Came over to WCW back in the spring in the draft. And really still trying to find his spot here in WCW. Nakamura, a decorated champion in both WWE and WCW. In WWE, he is a former WWE United States champion. And then he has been in WCW for 2 years at this point. He is a former WCW television champion, as well as a one-time WCW tag champion. That was a team that you guys put together. We had a vote at our Open Mic Mania, which is kind of a Cyber Sunday, Taboo Tuesday style show. You guys voted on the pairing of Nakamura and R-Truth. And at that show, they did win Tag Team Gold. It was a short partnership and a short title reign, but Nakamura and R-Truth, Strong Truth, they are in the record books as being WCW Tag Team Champions. Nakamura with only a 2 count there. Now setting up Obafemi for Kinshasa, and he connects. That, in most cases, is going to do it. And here tonight on Thunder, it is the same. Shinsuke Nakamura, your winner. It's time for our main event. We are going to see the WCW Cruiserweight Champion, Santos Escobar. You know, when he's in action, Carlito not too far behind. Not coming out here with him to start the match, but definitely something to keep our eye on. He's going to be taking on main event Jey Uso. Jey comes through the crowd here at Thunder. Here comes the United States champion, Drew McIntyre. He missed Thunder last week. Drew was a little embarrassed. Came out to the ring, cut an in-ring promo, saying he's been getting a lot of questions about when Jey Uso is going to get a shot at the WCW United States Championship. Drew saying he's not too impressed with what he's seen, even though Jey is a former WWE World Champion. He's also undefeated since coming to WCW. Jey offered to show McIntyre what he was all about. McIntyre agreed. And they would have an impromptu match that Jey was victorious in. You got to think the Scottish Psychopath probably has some other intentions other than trying to get an up-close look at a potential challenger in action. Good block there from Jey. And here comes McIntyre, clotheslines Jey Uso. Referee calls for the bell. This one is over. Jey will remain undefeated as he will win this one by disqualification, but That's not the headline of this one, as McIntyre now taking out some of that frustration. Again, like we said last week, kind of was embarrassed with what went down with Jey getting the victory in their impromptu match. Gets Uso up. Boot to the face. We know what this means. McIntyre in the corner with the countdown. Claymore. Welcome to SmackDown. Getting things started for us tonight. It's going to be CM Punk coming off his victory at Fall Brawl against Logan Paul. Tonight he's going to have his hands full as he takes on Karrion Kross. Punk better have eyes in the back of his head because Scarlett, as always, will be in Kross's corner. And you never know what she might try to do to get involved in this match. And Kross with the early advantage here. Kross still trying to find his way here in WWE since coming over in last year's draft. Early on, after getting drafted, he did set his sights on maybe the guy that was the MVP in year 2 of the universe, Seth Freakin Rollins. Kind of that prison yard mentality, find the biggest guy, the baddest guy, try to make a statement. And again, Rollins may not be the biggest guy, but he was, hands down, the MVP for WWE in year 2. Good punch there from Punk. Now these two trading blows. Punk gets Kross up. GTS. And that is going to do it. CM Punk, your winner this week. After being in there with Karrion Kross, you know he's going to be feeling it tomorrow. Up next, we've got Trick Williams. He's got his tag team partner, Carmelo Hayes, coming out to accompany him in this one. He's going to be taking on Finn Balor. We saw last week Balor was defeated by Trick's tag partner, Carmelo Hayes. A lot of people would say that was a pretty big upset. Balor not happy with it. He asked for this match against Trick. Why he didn't ask for a rematch against Melo, who knows? But he wanted Trick this week on SmackDown, and our matchmakers here in WWE made that happen for him. Well, we generally see Trick more in tag action. He has had some big moments in singles competition. During the Great American Bash Tour, Booker T came back for one night. Wanted to give an opportunity to anybody in the back that wanted to step up and see how they would fare against the former 5-time world champion. And Trick actually picked up the victory in that one. So he's had big moments before. Now he's fighting out here. Good block there from Balor. Draping his arm over. Only gets a 2. Gets Balor up to his feet. Swinging neck breaker, hooks the leg. Trick Williams will pick up the win, and for back-to-back weeks, back-to-back times, Finn Balor on the losing end in what a lot of us would call upset fashion. Last week, Mello. This week, Trick.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring.
Out next, we've got Io Sky.
Tokyo, Japan. Io Sky.
She will be taking on the man, Becky Lynch.
Dublin, Ireland.
Here comes Nia Jax, jumping Becky from behind. We saw last week on SmackDown, Nia and Becky had a match. Becky was victorious in that match, and we saw afterwards Nia not too happy with the result of that one. Seemed a little frustrated. Here she is taking out some of that frustration on Becky. And Io, hey, it's not Io's fault that Nia got involved in this one. She's trying to help herself at the same time, and, you know, your competitor is down. Becky, a former multiple-time world champion. That's someplace that Io wants to be, and sometimes to get where you want to go, you got to do some things that some people might not think is the right thing to do, but hey, Io wants to get where Becky has been. Becky wants to get back where she's been. But Io, to this point, has not won a championship in our universe. Manhandle slam there. Only gets a 2. Io needing some help getting... and Becky misses. And Becky with no choice but to tap. You got to give a little bit of an assist to that woman, Nia Jax. Came out and maybe softened Lynch up a little bit. Again, Io, maybe you could look at it and say that she kind of picked the bones, but in the record books, this is going to show Io Sky with a victory against Becky Lynch, and that's a big thing for somebody in the position of Io Sky. These two ladies, security trying to break it up. I don't think this is over between these two. Nia, the sore loser, and Becky not too happy with what went down here tonight.
From Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 200.
Up next, we've got Sheamus.
7 pounds, the Celtic Warrior,
Spent the better part of the previous month going into Fall Brawl trying to
representing Imperium from the
earn a spot to be the #1 contender for a shot at the WWE United States Championship. He, Randy Orton, and Braun Strowman. In the end, it was Strowman that earned that opportunity, and he made the most of it by defeating Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship at Fall Brawl. Since that time, Lashley no longer with the WWE, no longer in the open mic universe. Gunther back at Fall Brawl. He and Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci on the winning side of a War Games match against Gallus. I think that would be a 3 there, but Kaiser distracting the referee. screwing Sheamus there. Now Gunther sending Sheamus. Sheamus not able to get back in. Gunther will get the win. With Gallus now in the rearview mirror, where do the three men of Imperium go from here? Here comes our champ, the WWE World Champion, Jey Uso. Gotta think he's not too happy about what went down last week when he was attacked in the back by Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. He says he wants The Rock to bring his ass out to the ring. He wants to talk to him face to face, not his thugs that he sent to attack him. Uh-oh. Jimmy not getting the High Chief, but he is getting the Samoan Werewolf. Jacob says The Rock doesn't answer to anyone, especially Jey Uso. But because the High Chief is the biggest star on the planet, he's got some pull. And he has set up a match between him and Jimmy at Halloween Havoc. Apparently Jimmy not too happy with that news, or maybe not too happy with the person delivering that news, as Jacob doing a number to the champ. Spear to Jey Uso. So it looks like we are going to see The Rock in action at Halloween Havoc for the WWE World title. Just when Jimmy thought he was done with tyrant leaders like he dealt with Roman Reigns for so long, now the High Chief, The Rock, seems to be calling shots here in WWE. Jimmy taken out there as Jacob dives out to the floor. The Rock sending a message last week to Jimmy, but Jimmy refused to acknowledge him and hand over that WWE World title. And he had Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa attack him out in the parking lot. And now this week on SmackDown, he sends another message via Jacob Fatu that we're going to have a match at Halloween Havoc between Jey Uso and The Rock for the WWE World title.